Here at Candoro, our story revolves around three men who had the most influence on its history. Charles Barber was the architect. His firm is still in place today, the Barber McMurray firm, and he was known as the leading architect for the Beaux-Arts design style at the peak of his career, and his reputation was throughout the entire Southeast. You can see the style, the Beaux-Arts style, in our building. It's monumental, but it also has some embellishment, not quite as embellished as the Victorian style. The second person that we talk about is Samuel Yellen. Samuel Yellen is responsible for the windows as well as for the door, our beautiful iron door. And his shop is still active in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His granddaughter runs the company now. And we're told that this door is worth more than the entire building itself. The third person we talk about is Albert Milani. He was Italian born, and he spent 40 years in Knoxville working for Candoro. He was the foreman, and he oversaw all the marble carvings. One of the most important aspects of our story at Candoro is that Knoxville was known as the Marble City. We had over 35 quarries in this area, and Candoro was the best known sales room for all that marble. They sold more than just Tennessee pink marble, but that is what they were best known for because it was a unique product from this area. You couldn't buy Tennessee pink marble from anywhere else in the world. This room was set up to show architects and visitors how Tennessee pink marble could be used. The idea was to inspire them to use Tennessee pink marble in their building projects. So if you're a geologist, then you say, this is limestone. Look at the sediments. Look at the fossils. But if you're an architect, then you say, it polishes like marble, it looks like marble, it must be marble. Because it was such a durable stone, it was highly sought after. Also, we had a huge quantity with those 35 quarries in operation, and we had easy transportation between the river and the railroad tracks. So that made it one of the most desirable building materials of its time. And the whole industry lasted from about 1880 to 1980. Candoro closed in about the mid-1980s. The marble industry in East Tennessee was booming. It was at the peak of fashion to build with it. There were a ton of resources and easy transportation. It was such a big industry that many folks have a connection. However, it did start to decline as an industry. TVA needed some of the land, but really cheaper building materials became available, and so it just became less profitable to quarry it out of the ground. Candoro was built in 1923, and operations here lasted until about the mid-1980s. At that point, the building fell into disrepair. It was in 2000 that a group found the building. There was no floor in this back room. There was no plumbing, there was no wiring, and there was even a leaky roof. And every penny that they raised went back to saving the building. So what we have today is what they have done for restoration efforts. In 2015, the Aslam Foundation bought the building but allowed the Candoro Arts and Heritage Center nonprofit to continue its programs here. In 2019, the Aslam Foundation is going to restore the Candoro building to its original 1920s glory. We're very excited about their investment and preservation of this building.